8radio.com.
Every time the beat drop.
Hello, everyone. We're back.
How's it going?
It's been a long time.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, we had some
Couldn't make
technical
it.
issues and
Couldn't make it last week.
couldn't make it last week. But we're back. We're here. Save and Continue, live, coming at you, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're here to talk about video games, tech, the internet, all that fun junk. We're coming to you live from the Radio Studios, lovely New York. Hello to everyone in the chat that's already with us. That's a good surprise. Love that stuff. But yeah, it's been a while. A lot has happened.
A lot has happened.
Really, we
and
say that every week, but
yeah,
it really has.
it has. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have not been
it.
paying too much attention, but I have been hearing things and seeing things.
I'm hearing things.
So I want to hear what you have seen and heard.
I've been hearing and seeing.
And then I'll bounce off of that.
Okay. Well, we got, like I said, I got a freaking list and a half here from like 2 weeks of built-up talk. But first off, before we get into anything else, it's probably redundant because you've already answered the question. Have you been playing anything new? Have you been following anything on Twitch or YouTube that you've been liking lately?
Not really. I've been kind of busy lately, but I did make the decision to get a Xbox One in a few weeks.
Oh wow, that's soon.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have it because I'm getting that massage money in big time now.
Massage dough.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get it before the Halo 5 launch. So
good call.
Yeah. So I'm going to be streaming Halo 5 when it comes out. It's my baby. Halo 5 is looking to be an incredible Halo experience finally. It's been kind of the one I've wanted for years. So I'm hoping I'm not disappointed, but I don't think I will be. I'm enjoying everything I've seen so far. So that's going to get me back into competitive Halo. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, I haven't been playing anything, but what I've been watching, what was I watching? I was watching something, and I can't recall what it was right now.
On Twitch or YouTube or?
No, nothing really on Twitch or YouTube. Yeah, it was a show.
Oh, okay.
I forget what it was, but
if it's not Black Sails, I don't care.
No, Rick and Morty. The
oh
new
my
season
God,
of
Rick and Morty is so good.
Yeah, I mean, I love the first
Can't believe we
season.
didn't bring that up.
2 episodes in already, and I think the third one is tonight, isn't it?
Sundays.
Oh, it is Sundays.
Sundays at midnight. Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that show was great because the first episode right out of the gate was like a total like finger to the fans because everyone wanted, the one big request from the new season of Rick and Morty was more continuity. They wanted more of the shows to kind of connect with each other. And the whole first episode was about different realities, and I thought it was just hysterical.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
It was really,
That's
really
a great,
funny.
yeah,
Dan Harmon's a genius.
That's a good point.
He's great.
Yeah.
Quick shout out to Dumero Uno. Thanks for joining us, man. Hello to you too. Yeah, again, if you're not watching Black Sails, I really don't care, Frankie, because you need to watch Black Sails.
No, I will. I have to do that.
But speaking of that, all right, so first thing I want to talk about, because
the
whole world's talking about it, Deadpool, the new trailer came out.
Yeah, I saw it.
The red band trailer and the green band trailer. What did you think?
Well, it was pretty much identical, if not a little different. You said it was a little different from the leaked trailer.
Yeah, it wasn't massively.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I liked it. I liked it more than the leak, obviously, because of the higher quality. And maybe there was just one point in the video, the teaser that I really didn't care for. And other than that, I think it's going to be.
What was the one point you didn't like?
I didn't get the avocado joke. It made no sense to me.
Is that because you like avocado?
No. I mean, I love. Who the hell doesn't like avocados? It's the thing is that the joke didn't make any sense to me. It kind of caught me off guard. It was like, you look like an avocado.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, avocados, those are the green ones that are all bumpy on the outside, right? That's the texture of them?
Right. I get what he was going for, but I didn't really understand the context of the joke. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I wish I could repeat it, but I don't remember, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure everyone that's watching
it was just a
weird
weird avocado joke, and it did not fly with me. But the rest of the trailer was fantastic. Because that was literally at the end. I'm really excited to see what this cast is going to pull off. I love to see Deadpool on screen in cinematic form, and I honestly think this is going to be the best thing that Fox is putting out in Marvel form.
Oh my God, that's right, it is Fox.
It's Fox.
Fox is making something good?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, so I'm happy about it. I'm really legitimately excited for this. And other than this movie, I'm excited to see Resurrection F. The new Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got some more
Maybe.
Dragon Ball Z stories on the line.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. Red Band trailer obviously was hysterical. You knew that was going to be the best one because Deadpool's are. But they also released the Green Band trailer,
which you told me about.
Which is obviously it's much more edited and they get rid of the curses and less violence and stuff. Although they did show that like one scene where he has like a bullet hole through his leg. Shocked they put that in the Green Band trailer. But at the end of it, a little cutout comes up, and he's like, "Hey, if you love that, you love the Red Band trailer, you can definitely get your hands on it. Just call your mom. I have her number right here." And it's like total Deadpool humor.
Did you see the teaser of the teaser?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, the
that
one
was-
where
that
he's
was
got
pretty-
the pipe in his
yeah,
mouth
it was
and he just
pretty funny
drops it.
too, yeah.
I like how they called that a trailer or something like that, just making fun of
Yeah,
teasers,
right,
basically.
exactly.
Which
And
I think we've said on the show
I like
before.
that. Yeah, I like that a
we said,
lot.
like, what the hell is a teaser but a trailer?
Those
for
need
a
to
trailer?
happen more often, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean,
know?
that's the beauty of Deadpool, is that he's so meta.
It's like having your dessert before the meal.
Exactly, exactly. But I mean, that's also where my concern comes in with Deadpool, is that he is a meta character. He breaks the fourth wall constantly with
Right.
that and like referencing different things. But I almost feel like I'm nervous they're going to overdo it, kind of.
Okay.
Like, because everyone loves it and they're like, oh, give me more of that. Like, I love it. And it's just, I don't think people realize that there's too much of a good thing with
You're
that.
not the only one that was concerned about that. I've actually seen comments online just over the past year about how people were concerned that they might overdo it with the, you know,
So our mics are working, right?
with Deadpool's.
Okay, cool. I can hear it.
Wait, what?
It's not a good continue. I was making sure we're good.
With Deadpool's, you know, his what he's known for. If they are going to overkill it, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll have to see. I don't know.
That's what I mean.
You know?
Everything is stacking up to be great. Like,
Yeah.
again, T.J. Miller's in it, who I love.
Yeah,
and he's
Silicon
the one
Valley. Yes, my
so-
first introduction to him.
And he plays, like, I think he's an actual superhero in the movie, or he plays Weasel.
This is where you
who
lose me.
In the Deadpool series,
Yeah,
is like
I
his
don't know-
Batman's Oracle, kind of.
I don't know jack crap about
Jack crap.
Deadpool, except for that I know I like Deadpool just from what I've seen over the
Yeah.
years. I never
The game
read
wasn't
it.
bad either. They released a game not too long ago.
Yeah, I watched
And it
some.
was good.
I
It was
watched
pretty
some
good.
like cutscenes of it. It was pretty funny.
It was a fun
But,
time.
Yeah.
But really excited for that trailer, or for the movie. Even everything else is getting Suicide Squad. We've talked about it a million times.
Yeah.
Still super pumped for that.
Yeah, that I don't care about.
The Harley Quinn that they pull off in that, even in the trailer, has me hooked already.
like
just
her.
'cause that's one of my
I
favorite.
like her a lot.
She's great. Margot Robbie, the actress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some Australian soap opera
She's
star
thick.
or something. She's great.
She's thick.
She's good. She's what?
He's got those legs.
I was keep saying thick. I'm like,
She is
no.
thick.
She's.
Thick is a good word.
No, yeah.
If you're thick, that's a good
it's
thing.
a good thing. Yeah, yeah.
Thick is not fat.
Thick is not.
Thick is not fat.
It's a fine line. That's not it. But
Thick
alright,
is-
moving on is I wanted to do a thing now from.
No, I was going to say something. Yes, you wanted to do a thing. Don't worry about
Yes,
it.
I wanted to do a thing every week because I've been trying to find more and more games or deals for games now. And every week there's always something, so I'm going to try and put up
Xbox went down in price. Xbox
It did.
Yes,
And its sales
Xbox
were going
One.
up before that.
Yeah, well, this is the perfect time for me to get one.
There you go.
So now I'm saving money.
Really pumped for that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the price drop because I do want to pick one up eventually. And
Yeah.
one of my main reasons for getting it, I'll talk about later in the show, is the release of Rare Replay Package.
Yes.
Yes, we'll talk about that later in the show because I have a
Yes.
list of like almost all the gems that are in it, and it is mind blowing how many good games are in that. Like, at least games from my childhood. Like I won't even.
Oh no! Trust me,
Like,
I agree with you.
But
Harley.
Humble Bundle is a very popular weekly deal that these guys do, where they basically do a pay what you want system for a select number of games and give a certain amount of proceeds to charity. It's a really good cause. They do it all the time, and it's sponsored usually by different developers. So this week, it's Bandai Namco is doing the deal, and you can get for whatever you want. This is the ceiling for this part is pay what you want for Pac-Man DX Edition, which is very good. Platform Mines, which is a really cool 2D side scroller kind of thing. Big Yellow, welcome back to the chat, man. This kid's in every stream. I love him.
Is he Mr. Slick Hair
No,
guy?
you're Mr. Slick
No,
Hair
you're
guy.
Slick Hair. My hair's
I
not
know.
slick at all. You kidding me? I'm not Slick Hair guy.
I was live streaming Half-Life 2 a couple days ago, and he comes in and he's like, so which one are you on the show? Are you Slick Hair guy or are you Big Dude? And I'm like, no, Big Dude's James. And I'm pretty sure Slick Hair guy's Frankie, and I'm the one in the middle.
I'm just hair guy. I just got hair.
Guy.
That's how you-
Anyway, Dead Core as well. And then if you pay at least $6.42, you can get Ridge Racer Unbound, which is a great racing game.
Right.
This one's especially Enslaved Odyssey to the West. Not many people play this game for the 360, and
Yes.
it was very underrated.
I heard.
Really great game. The atmosphere is mind-blowing. Definitely recommend it.
I heard positive things about people that have
And
played
Ace
it.
Combat Assault Horizon, which I love flying games. I don't play them enough, and Ace Combat is obviously the standard. So
Speaking of flying,
Hawks 2. Speaking of flying,
do you know what I'm going to bring up?
what are you gonna bring up?
Battlefront's new footage, space battles. What'd you think?
It's
was cool.
Yeah, it looks good. I gotta pilot it myself before I
Yeah.
know. I'm very confident though because these are the developers of Battlefield. And if you've ever played Battlefield before, you know that they have their vehicle combat on lock. Like, it's not one of those games you can just hop in the first time playing the game and then master the helicopter. People who play that game competitively specialize just in vehicles because they are so hard to fly.
Right.
Really hoping it's very similar to that in Battlefront, because I want it to be the kind of thing where people hop in and they specialize in those kinds of fields. And I like that kind of separation in video games. People can specialize themselves more or less with like skills.
I think I understand what you're saying.
I'm really hoping it's difficult.
Yeah. All I know is that I enjoyed the visuals of it. Really, it's still like just like the demo. Looking at this camera, just like the demo. I think Battlefront has so far. DICE has really captured the look of the original trilogy. You know, the coloring, everything like that. The sound.
They actually use the sounds from the Star Wars game.
So I'm digging the
time screams and everything.
Yeah, I'm digging the particle effects of you know, the blasters and
Looks gorgeous.
you know, coming off the ships. It's looking to be a really, really cool game. And this is coming from a moderate Star Wars fan. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm kind of in the twilight with Star Wars. I really, really, really enjoy Star Wars, but not enough where I'm like, I could consider myself like a true fan.
I get what you're saying.
You know? Like Knights of the Republic, of course, I could talk about for hours how much I love that freaking game. But
let's make sure the audio works. Perfect. Yeah, so I mean, again, it's one of those, I'm hoping this Battlefront game kind of reinvigorates my love for Star Wars, because I've been dipping a bit, and then the movies are coming out, and I think James, one of our friends who comes on the show a bunch, will attest to this, is that I'm super nervous about Star Wars overload, like too much Star Wars, because now they're saying that they're going to be pumping out at least 10 different Netflix shows dedicated to Star Wars.
You read that article, didn't you?
Yeah, and it scares me a little bit, because too much of a good thing. I don't want that. And
Really?
Big Yellow never got into Star Wars either. It's just... It's such a good franchise, and I'm so nervous because the prequels already came out, and
I'm not too nervous.
You're not?
No, I feel like I would be if it was actually going to happen. I think
the overload?
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be an overload.
I'm hoping. I really am. I'm going to stay positive the whole time, obviously. Like, I'm going to see everything that they put out because Star Wars is. I grew up on that crap. But speaking of which, you can get these beautiful, beautiful human beings have painstakingly cut together a unaltered franchise edition of Star Wars. They basically put all, because if you know anything about Star Wars now, the new collections coming out, the digital editions, the remastered, they change everything. They add like different scenes, they add different audio into it. They changed it so that Han didn't shoot first if you know anything about Star Wars, you know what I'm talking about. But basically they've been altering the movies so much, it's not even Star Wars anymore. People keep asking George Lucas to stop, he keeps going. These people painstakingly created like the original theatrical version. So it's like the closest to the original Star Wars you can get. It's available online. God bless those people. I just had to say that because unaltered Star Wars is how you get into Star Wars. None of this digital remastered crap, like it ruins it. You can see in a lot of Star Wars, like they post-production put in like really cheap CGI characters, and it just totally ruins the flow of it.
Yeah, no, I know about that.
It really does. But yeah, you got to get Battlefront Big Yellow. It's coming out really good. I was so upset when they announced it because they were just like stripped it of everything, and now they're kind of adding it back on slowly. Like no AT-AT combat. Now you can fire from it. It's on rails, which is fine with me because if you ever played it in the original Battlefront, you could go in one direction. I don't
think they stripped anything. I think it was just a bunch of people on the internet that were going way too crazy about things that they didn't see. You know what I mean? Like
well, no, they announced there's going to be no Galactic Conquest. They said there's going to be no aerial fights.
No,
now there is aerial
I realize
fights.
so they literally just added this in recently. You think they didn't have this planned?
I don't know if they had it planned, but when they released Star Wars, they said there is going to be no dogfighting in space. Yeah. So I don't care. That was a straight up lie. So if it was a lie, great marketing, I guess. I don't know. It still pisses me off.
Well, technically they weren't in space.
What?
Technically they weren't in space, were they?
Well, no, there is going to be space combat.
Oh, okay.
Something separate from that, but I'm excited for it because that was like one of like the coolest parts was flying into the main ship at the other base, getting out and then capturing points on foot, which was just like, ooh, goosebumps. Some information about Fallout 4 that got me really, really excited. Yeah, you want to say it? Go for it. I'm pretty sure it's
the level cap.
No 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 level cap.
No
which
level
is great.
cap.
And they confirmed that you will be able to explore the wasteland after the campaign is completed.
Good, because Fallout 3 screwed that up big time.
Yeah, they really did.
One of the worst endings I've ever seen until they added it on. In DLC?
Yeah. What do you mean, what?
In Fallout 3's post-game DLC, they added on an experience after the final ending.
Yeah,
of Fallout 3.
You're right. I forgot about that.
And it was more appropriate of an ending. You know, that's how the game really should have. I forget what it was called. It was great. was really cool.
I'm still playing the crap out of New Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Like I beat it like several times, and that's one of those games where you can complete it, and then afterwards you're free to do whatever you'd like.
I'm just so excited for the whole building aspect. We've talked about this before, so I'm not going to get
Oh
into
my
it.
god, yeah, the shelter system
it's going to be so much fun. So
I didn't even know I wanted that until they showed it. I was like, wow, I would not even think of that.
And now that they're adding, if you kind of think about it, if they're adding such creativity options in Fallout, they really can't just cut you off, because you're gonna want to come back to that whole experience that you built. You know, so now that they're making it easier for us, so you don't have to just keep that one save file that you would resort back to, just so you can still save all your stuff. I'm happy. They're doing everything right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They're doing everything right, and we can't tell they're doing anything wrong yet until the game comes out. You know?
It doesn't look wrong.
Unless there's a crap ton of bugs like usual, but you know, maybe they've even learned their lesson from that. Who knows? Because Bethesda's really winning me over again.
Bethesda's been crushing it. They've always been
Oblivion. They've had their slip-ups.
Yeah, I liked Oblivion. Everyone hated that game.
No, nothing Oblivion. Just like I think Skyrim was kind of lackluster.
Really?
I loved the crap out of it at first.
I thought the environment was
it was boring.
Sacrilegious to Skyrim.
It was boring.
I thought it was a little repetitive.
It was
mundane
boring.
or monotonous. It was kind of like, oh, I'm in the snow. Oh, I'm in this. You play Morrowind? Like that's. First off, the map was huge for an Xbox original game. Like that still blows my mind today how big that map was, and different parts of it were varied like drastically. Like you could tell where you were, as opposed to Skyrim, where it's just like you're on a mountain in the snow. You're on a mountain in the snow. You're in a village in the snow. Like it's the same thing over and over again. Big Yellow, yeah, Battlefield. Battlefield was much different than Call of Duty. Call of Duty doesn't have vehicles in Call of Duty. No, Battlefield was phenomenal with vehicles. I highly recommend that, especially Battlefield 3. Everyone's still playing Battlefield 3. They hate Battlefield 4 apparently.
Please tell me you got this one thing on this list.
What's the one thing on the list? Oh, by the way, with that Humble Bundle deal, I want to go back to it real quick. You pay more than $10, you get Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition, which is great. I just got it for PC. It's amazing.
All right. I don't know if you have it on the other side of that, but...
What was that?
All right. So
the other side of that?
So you've heard the Resident Evil news, right? What's possibly happening?
Resident Evil 2, the remake?
Yeah. So Resident Evil 0, as we know, is coming out next year. 2016, the remaster. And the devs have been releasing video diaries, of the reimagining of Resident Evil 0. So they're even more so than the remake of Resident Evil 1 that just came out recently this past year. Resident Evil 0 is going to have redone backgrounds and character models. Like, they're not just making the graphics nicer on them, the resolution, they're actually touching them up and adding different details into it.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So I highly recommend you go to Capcom's YouTube page or whatever, or Facebook page. Look at the dev diaries. They go through some old footage of Resident Evil 0, unreleased when it was an N64 game still, because originally it was going to be an N64. But I'm so happy they're putting so much effort into Resident Evil 0, because I guess they saw the success of the re-release of the remake, because it did very well. I mean,
it got a lot of people back into Resident Evil.
It set some new people too. Exactly. Yeah. So what I've been saying for years is, please Capcom, just remake the original Resident Evils in remakes style, like, and Resident Evil 0's style, that same graphical tone, that gritty, like.
Are they updating the voice acting at all or anything? Or?
Probably not. They don't have to.
Yeah, I mean,
they don't have to. I mean, for Resident Evil 2, I would.
That's like the one game where I was like, no.
Yeah.
Keep the dialogue.
Well, let me cut to the chase here. Resident Evil 2, they were teasing on Resident Evil's official Facebook page about a Resident Evil 2 remake, and I think that they got like 20,000 likes and like so many different responses and comments, and they were teasing with fans on the Facebook page, like, oh wow, my boss really saw the feedback from Resident Evil 2, what that people want to remake, and like, oh yeah, well look at this, like this is what he showed me, and he showed a picture of like Resident Evil 2 with like this screenshot in the background, whatever the heck it was, but needless to say, they're teasing Resident Evil 2 remake more than any other time I've seen them make any comments. This is like the closest we've gotten so far. So it's only inevitable at this point. They have to do it. I mean, Resident Evil remake, then Resident Evil 0 remake, and now they're gonna do Resident Evil 2. They have to, and I'm so excited. because I've needed Resident Evil back in my life. Resident Evil has died, I think, since 5.
Yeah, and they announced more movies.
Yeah, well, the movies I never even associate anything
Well, the
with.
3D animated ones were fantastic. But
I liked Damnation. I liked Damnation. I liked the other one too. But yeah, so Resident Evil 2 looks like it's, you know, we got finally we did it. We did it.
We did it, guys.
Yeah.
And Zero too, because I loved Zero.
Yeah.
Like, it was such. I picked it up like a blockbuster, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
They're
And it ended
getting
up
me.
being great.
They're getting me excited to play Zero, and it's funny because Zero I played many times, but Zero was not one of my favorite Resident Evil games. But I've always liked it for other reasons.
It was unique to me. I really liked the setting on the train, and it was just it was.
The
really
music
unique.
wasn't half bad.
That was great.
Yeah, so I'm hoping they even add other things to Resident Evil Zero that might make it better, because it had some pacing issues, I think. Even a little bit of co-op might be cool, where you can control Billy or Rebecca.
No, I mean, they had it in the game where you could control it with like 2 different
why not?
thumbsticks
See,
or
you might as well.
I
It's
feel like that would come naturally at that point.
It's not going to change much, so.
Sure.
Yeah.
On that note, we're going to take a quick break to pay the bills and stuff, but when we come back, we got a lot of cool stuff, including a really cool demo we're going to do live of a hologram that you can do with your freaking iPad.
I did not know about this.
I swear to God, it's real.
I had no idea.
Stay with us. We'll be back in
I'm
a
just
couple
as
seconds.
excited as you are.
I'm ants. Stay with us.
Hey, this is Chris Less Jake, and if InRavio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
This is Joe Larson. You should check out the 505 on Racing Show live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch us on video on demand anytime, 24/7, only on the InRavio TV network.
Hey, we're back. Save and continue talking about video games, tech, and all that fun stuff. It's 7-something o'clock. I put my iPad down. Anyway, so if you have been living under a rock or you don't check those technology websites, the new craze is a you can create your own hologram basically using a CD case that you cut in a particular manner and using an iPad or a smart device. The bigger the screen, the better. So what you do is there are specific videos on YouTube for holograms. They basically split the image into 4 separate pieces and display them in a square. Then you create what is this? It is a CD case that you cut into a certain angle. You can go on the wired.com, Gizmodo. They have all the do-it-yourself instructions on how to do this. And what it does is it reflects off the glass so that these 4 images come up and make one 3D image inside the actual square. So we're gonna hit play. Load that up, and we're going to cut to that angle, and it's kind of hard to see on this because of the lights and everything like that shining down. But if you actually dip, Frankie, you'll be able to see it way, way better. If you get low, real low, get low. No, yeah, it's like
Oh wow, I do see
you
it.
see
No kidding, guys.
it really isn't as cool in front of, because we're using green screen.
Yeah, but this is, well, you could kind of see it on there.
Sort of.
Sort
I mean,
of.
You see it on the actual iPad,
Yeah.
which kind of ruins the illusion. But that one middle image,
I see a fish.
Yeah, if you
and
get,
it's
like-
floating above
if
the
you get, like,
iPad.
ground
Wow,
level.
this is really cool.
I know, right?
Yeah, I wish you guys saw how cool this was.
Hold like that. Oh yeah, that's better. Look at
No, no, it's not.
No,
It's
yeah.
worse. No.
It's not?
No.
It's not? Nope. Okay,
No,
just tell me
it's not. No.
But this video goes to a ton, and I thought, which was interesting, was it was just a still image.
Yeah, it's a jellyfish now.
But they actually, later in this video, fireworks come up and stuff, and it actually moves around
So
the triangle.
it's picking up on screen. It kind of is.
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
no,
the beauty is not seeing the iPad and seeing just when the lights are off. This is amazing.
So we just need this cone like 3 feet bigger.
Basically, yeah. I mean, actually, the bigger you get, the image doesn't get better on that specific.
Wow, this is pretty surreal, actually.
The videos are pretty crazy. There's like fireworks and like
you guys saw how I'm sitting right now.
Cut the camera too. That's how you have to sit to enjoy it.
This is the view I need to have right now, straight on. It's pretty cool. Like it literally looks like it's floating above the iPad.
It's pretty. It's again.
Yeah.
Just like because Bonnie and Chuck showed this to me like yesterday.
Yeah.
I cursed on the air, just like, whoa, what the hell? Because my mind was so freaking blown. And then yeah. So you can do this yourself. All you need is a CD case and a smartphone. I thought it was an app. All it is videos on YouTube specifically designed for this. But yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. Little tech demo of some
It was
holograms.
cool. I enjoyed it.
I got a hard on for holograms.
Whoa.
It's a bit of a thing.
Whoa.
Technophile with that stuff. Anyway, this is what I want to talk about. Silent Hill isn't dead.
What?
Silent Hill isn't dead.
What do you mean it's
well,
not
let me
dead?
elaborate on that. Silent Hill isn't dead.
Talk, Gypsy.
They are making a Silent Hill pachinko machine in Japan.
Come on. Don't do that to me.
Just video set. I don't see the problem because nothing says Silent Hill to me like bright colors and colorful music. You know, I think that very much hits the Silent Hill vibe.
They've had an arcade game once, but.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, like a pinball machine or something?
No, you know, I'm trying to think what series had a pachinko. I think Resident Evil had one too. So.
I've never used a pachinko machine. Have you ever used a pachinko machine?
No, but I know what it is.
Yeah, I've
and
seen it.
I'm pretty sure Resident Evil has one too. So if Resident Evil gets to have one, then Silent Hill does too.
Big Yellow says you broke his
Unless
mind
I'm
when
wrong
you
about
sit
that.
like that. That's odd. But I thought because you know what's screwed up? Like I saw it, people were trolling me all day with that because you go on Twitter and Facebook and stuff, and people be like, "New Silent Hill." Click the link. It's a pachinko machine. Stop doing that. But
Hey,
I hope it
Uno.
comes back. Hey, Uno, welcome back, buddy. A couple more things to talk about. Attack on Titan has a new video game coming out, or it's going to be released in 2016.
I heard.
From the creators of the Dynasty Warriors series.
And when I heard that, I was actually pretty convinced that that might be a good game.
Yeah. I was very happy to hear that.
Because look, they
gonna do it.
They did a decent job, or so I've heard. Because I haven't played the game hands-on. Hyrule Warriors did pretty well, right? Wasn't the same team that made it? Yes. So
Yeah, James loves that game.
We know.
He plays it all the time.
We know that it's a very formula-driven game. Dynasty Warriors, probably more than any other series that I've ever seen. It's literally the same thing over and over again.
What's up, Bye Fuzzy?
If you're a hardcore Dynasty Warrior fan, I'm sure you could definitely tell me the differences. But on to you know what I'm saying?
It would work. It would work.
It would work because
really
I
well.
could see this might actually be the most unique Dynasty Warriors game too. Because it's different in terms of scale, literally. What?
Your new name is apparently Mr. Slick.
It's wearing a cat shirt.
See, you are the slick hair guy.
It's a Deftones cat shirt.
The Deftones cat shirt.
Yeah.
The concert was last night.
I didn't see him last night.
I know, the guys were there.
We're here on Long Island at Jones Beach, New York. I didn't get to go, but Deftones were here, and I wasn't there.
Most of your shirts are cat related, are they not?
No, I have one other cat-related shirt. I don't know what happened to it, to be honest. This is my only one
favorite
now.
cat-related
Yeah,
shirt.
this is the only one that I know of where it is.
Anyway,
so.
yeah, I was because Attack on Titan came out with they have a 3DS game for it called Wings of Liberty or something like that came out exclusively in Japan, if I'm not mistaken.
Wings of Liberty?
Yeah, and it was crappy. It
like
obviously was
StarCraft.
crappy, but I was so when they kind of said they were making a new one in 2016, I got a little cringeworthy with me, but then they said the Dynasty Warrior team, and it makes sense. It would really work.
It would make sense, yeah, and I'm definitely behind that. I think it has a
I want
shot.
an Attack on Titan game. I would love an Attack on Titan.
Well, I know there is an Attack on Titan game that fans made, and it seemed pretty cool. Yes, online. I wish I could tell you where it is.
That wasn't the
but-
iPhone one, right?
No.
Okay.
It was like
a cheap iPhone
it was a browser game.
Slick hair guy for president.
It was. Hey,
It's better than Goat Milk guy.
get stuff done.
Goat Milk Awareness. Where's Goat Milk
I
Awareness
don't know.
tonight?
I killed him.
Killed him?
Yeah.
But speaking of, we can talk about a little bit.
No. Still speaking of Attack on Titan.
That's what I mean. We got a couple more things to talk about that actually.
The anime? Have you heard the spin-off
Yes,
anime?
okay,
All
let
right.
me-
This
all
is
right.
the craziest thing I've heard, in the past 2 weeks.
Okay,
So
go
ahead.
so Attack on Titan is obviously an anime that did extremely well. I love it. And they announced, and this isn't really shocking because this is a very common thing in Japan. They're
He's yelling
making
in my ear.
a spin-off series of Attack on Titan, and it's basically a retelling. It's a slice of life anime where they go to middle school and Titans and the humans go to school together, and it's like really chibi style looking, and it's
totally chibi style looking.
Yeah, very chibi.
Basically, Attack on Titan in junior high.
That's what it is.
It's like, is it what would you call? Is this fan service? This is fan service.
No, it's called a slice of life anime.
Well, what the hell's?
Well, I mean, it's very common, like for a series. Like you never watched. I was a big fan of James and me both. Soul Eater. It was a very good anime that we watched, and they recently released Soul Eater Not, which was a watered down slice of life version of it that was kind of easier to digest than Soul Eater, which had a more complex storyline. It was much like it was darker in a sense.
So is this kind of like what those? Remember that Gundam show? Do you remember that Gundam anime? It was like the little.
Oh, I love that. I love that one.
The little Gundams.
Yeah, they were 3D animated.
That made more sense.
Well,
that makes more sense in terms of
money,
weird.
It's money.
Whack. Yeah, but school? Really? What?
Have you ever seen a Japanese anime? It's always in a school. It's always in a school. It's always a Japanese school.
You know, I'm trying to think of some kind of jokes or puns, like
puns.
How would Titans and humans interact in a school? I don't understand it.
He's like, those monsters
I'm
should not be in a kid's show.
I'm interested in this show, though. I really am. I want to see what's good. Like, is like they're gonna be a big jock who's a Titan. He's like the bully.
That's
That's
the only way I can process it in my head. That has to be it. Like he's just like the school bully or something. And it's like, man, I hate Titans, and like it's just like alluding to the future of like, it doesn't even fit into the main canon though.
Yeah, I saw a couple comments on it, and it described it perfectly. It was like,
yeah, Titans are small now, Big Yo. They're like, they're still bigger than the humans, but like they go to school together. Like,
yeah. It's like, this is when Japan goes full retard, basically. This is when Japan goes just way too far. When they need to tone down their Japanese-ness. But I'm interested in seeing it.
I want to tell people to watch anime so often, but I can't because they just do things in the anime that I can't possibly like recommend.
Well, I mean, you don't have to watch all of them.
No,
There's definitely anime out there that's more, you know, I guess digestible, so to speak, than others. But
what's the name of the show? Is there a name for it? The Attack on Titan?
I think it's literally called Attack on Titan Junior High.
It's not.
I think that's what it's called. Yes, I think it's literally called that. Yeah, there's a trailer. You saw the trailer.
I did.
Yeah, it says it in the trailer.
Well, it's Japanese.
I don't know.
Well, speaking of that, also.
You see Mikasa in a little schoolgirl outfit, maybe. That'd be cool.
Yeah, is that?
I love Mikasa.
Totally worth it.
Mikasa's awesome.
Yeah, she's a great character.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the Attack on Titan movie came out in Japan, the live action one, and it bombed unexpectedly. So there's fun with that.
Well, like Dragon Ball Evolution, like that kind of bomb.
No. No, not Dragon Ball Evolution bad. Apparently they are making another Dragon Ball Evolution.
No.
Yep.
Oh, they're not.
Which is a shame because I like the actor that played Goku. He's in Shameless as well. He's a very good actor. But it's just, he's one of those, he's like Colin Farrell in the sense that he picks the worst projects to be in.
He was in Shameless.
He was, he's very good.
Yeah, I didn't like his character at all.
Moving on a little bit, I want to get to this. So we talked about it a little earlier in the show. Bombed as in good or bad? As in bad. Is bombed ever used as a positive?
Man, that bombed. No.
Man,
it
was the bomb,
yeah.
Or it bombed.
Yeah.
No, it bombed. Bad.
Yeah, it bombs.
Which sucks.
It bombs.
We mentioned it earlier in the show before. Rare Replay has been released for Xbox One, which has got a collection of 30 games released by Rare, bad or good. And some of these are just amazing. And this could be one of the main reasons for me to get like one of the Xbox One, because some of these titles are fantastic. They have Perfect Dark Zero, Perfect Dark, Killer Instinct Gold, Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is one of my favorite video games ever.
Now, speaking of Conker's Bad Fur Day, is this the original N64 version, or is it the
I believe
remaster?
this is the original 64 version.
Good.
Yes, I owned the Xbox One, which was great because the multiplayer was really fun on it. It had great multiplayer.
Yeah, but they censored it.
Yeah, they censored it heavily. But I'm very excited because Conker's Bad Fur Day
Perfect
is
Dark
like
Zero.
classic.
Oh man. Not classic, not Perfect Dark Zero.
No.
The original.
Bad Conker.
Perfect. Okay. Well, Perfect Dark Zero seems like they're releasing that too. That was a terrible. See, here's the thing with the Rare bundle.
It's not necessarily good games, you know.
I was gonna
You're
say,
getting a bunch of games.
when they said, oh, you know, we got the entirety of Rare's, legacy in one disc. I'm like, listen, Rare made some great games.
No, it doesn't cost $200. That'd be
no, it's not 200. No, it's not 200. It's like the price of one game, I'm sure, if not less.
It's like the orange box. From
yeah, but I mean, the thing with Rare, the true Rare team, they made like the original Perfect Dark and Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie are a couple of my favorite games of all time.
As well. Yeah.
Right.
Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, and Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts.
Yeah,
the
which
one released in 2013. 13, I believe.
No, I think it was sooner than that. But I mean, you don't want to play nuts and bolts. Nuts and bolts is
No, I'm just
garbage.
saying.
But what I'm trying to say is like, you know, if you want to play, they didn't make ET.
That was funny.
If you want to play anything that's worth playing in this bundle, I recommend maybe just getting the games individually because I think you could still
No, there's a good amount of games in here that are
There's not many. There's a few. There's a few.
Zero.
Rare has a lot of great games, but out of all
Battletoads Arcade, which are classic. Viva Pinata the sequel.
Okay, Viva Pinata.
Blast Corps from N64, which was
I haven't played it.
my
Wait,
childhood.
is Killer Instinct in this?
Yeah, Killer Instinct Gold.
All right.
Gold edition.
All right.
There's and Jet Force Gemini.
Ooh, okay, all right.
Yeah, that
okay,
one got
maybe
me
you
too.
should get this.
That
Maybe
got
you
me
should.
too.
Yeah.
And Slalom, like that 1986 game, which is you played it on PC in your school, like you did. It was that.
I have no
skiing
idea.
game
I don't know
with
what
the
that
Yeti?
is. Oh my god, they made that?
I think so.
Holy crap, that used to scare me when the
Yeah,
Yeti
right?
would come off the side of the screen and grab you and just eat you.
That's great. Yeah. But and that's not even all of them. That's just the best.
It's
that they had
cool.
on
See,
there.
I recommend if anybody is half excited for this, you know, at least I look into Ukulele. Ukulele is, you know, the original Banjo-Kazooie team making the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. They were on Kickstarter, I believe, and they got funded. Yeah, check out Ukulele because that's going to be the next real Rare game to me. So I've said it before in the show. Definitely check it out. Because these guys are passionate.
Big Yellow had a question. I'm sure you can answer this actually. Yeah. What is up with Naughty Dog? They're doing Uncharted, obviously.
I don't know. What's up with Naughty Dog? Something happened to Naughty Dog?
No. He's asking what are they up to nowadays, like releasing wise.
Well, they're making The Last Uncharted.
Yep.
Which had a killer presentation.
Always does.
Didn't really look too different in terms of gameplay, but it still looked. The presentation was always like above 11. But I don't know. I don't know. I think Naughty Dog, they did confirm Last of Us 2, if we haven't mentioned that on the show.
Really? They did?
The Last of Us 2 is confirmed. Wow. They are going to be making a sequel to it.
And a movie.
I did not know about the movie, but I'm not surprised. And I'm excited because a lot of people, there was a lot of controversy, does Last of Us need a sequel? Because the game really does wrap up perfectly. Have you beat Last of Us?
No, I have not.
Okay, The Last of Us wraps up perfectly.
I've
it really
been,
does.
Trying to hide it because I heard the ending is phenomenal and I really want to experience it.
I mean, it's good. It's a good ending because it's cohesive to the rest of the story.
Yeah.
It wraps it up. That's why people thought it was a phenomenal ending. Not because the ending did anything special, but because it did wrap things up within the same game. But it was a really good ending. It was emotional ending. It was. I
heard the DLC
It was open-ended in a way.
I don't know if you ever played
have
it.
not played the DLC. I would love to because I want to play the remastered edition eventually when I get a PS4.
Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah.
But anyway, The Last of Us, gameplay-wise, it's cool. It's a little straightforward and repetitive, but it's the journey, I think, that's really the biggest part of Last of Us. So anyway, with that said, definitely could see a movie come out of it, and I definitely want to see more come out of this universe because it was controversial. Do we want to see another Last of Us? Do we want to possibly tarnish what the first one established already? And I think that it is worth diving back into, and I think they could do a lot with the series and make it a bit more, I don't know. I don't want to use the word fun because it was fun, but I was hoping for a bit more diversity gameplay-wise, maybe a more, less scripted feeling. So
it did seem very similar in the sense to Uncharted, where it was like almost like a playable
formulaic.
movie in a small sense.
Formulaic is the best word for Naughty Dog. Yeah. Naughty
What's
Dog.
up with Donald Trump? I don't know. He's making us laugh. He's not going to be president, that's for sure. But he's hysterical. I couldn't get past the second mission with the clickers in the building, so I had to watch the rest of the game on YouTube. You sound like me, man.
Oh, man, you do not want to play it on the very hardest mode, then. No. I'm trying to remember if I beat the game on hard mode the first time I played it, or if it was just normal.
You played it more than once, really?
No, I only beat it once, but I'm trying to remember if the first. I usually try to beat games on hard mode the first time I play them.
That's interesting.
I feel like that's how you.
You always did that, yeah.
Because I feel like that's the truest experience. Because if you're going to invest all this time into a game, you might as well get the best challenge out of it. Because you don't know if you're going to play it a second time due to time, your schedule in your life, or whatever. I just think playing hard is the best way to go in most games. And I know developers have caught on to that too, because even hard modes have made the game more challenging in very exciting, meaningful ways. Like maybe they'll take something off the HUD, take something off the screen, maybe like a certain indicator. I like that. It's more immersive.
That's why I always liked Halo, because they had the skulls.
Yeah.
That's why I always love the skulls. Because I was like, that's just like, it's almost customizable difficulty.
The Iron Skull I love in Halo, because you can't die.
Party.
Well, yeah,
It was great.
It gets annoying, but it's cool.
It's fun.
It's fun. Yeah,
That
it's fun.
never
It's
annoyed
annoying
me.
though. Yeah.
I thought I'd get sick of it.
Yeah, the only thing I wish they would do with the blind skull in Halo, I wish they would take off the HUD, not everything. But yeah,
I agree with the hard mode. I guess what it comes down to me was, because I'm a very campaign-oriented person. Like I
Right.
really love a good story, and I feel as though hard mode. I love a good difficulty, obviously, but if I hit a point where it's that frustrating, I feel like it would almost ruin the cinematic experience for me. Personally, that's just me having that. Because like Ninja Gaiden, I loved, but if you know anything about Ninja Gaiden, you know it's one of the hardest games ever. Like one of the bosses in the game, most people beat it by getting him into a glitch because he's just so difficult. And I like that aspect, but I want a cinematic experience a lot of the time, and I feel like it slows it down for me almost.
I know what you're saying, but I'd rather have a challenge at the same time.
It's a middle ground.
I want
it's a
to
balance.
see. I like creating my own cinematic experience by when the stakes are high, and I love this topic, by the way. This is a great topic. When the stakes are high in a video game, and you really are playing like it's your last life, if you haven't played like this before, it makes that game so much more satisfying. It really does.
Would you play Dark Souls on hard then?
Dark Souls?
Yeah, because that game apparently is just unforgiving.
Dark Souls, Bloodborne, I've yet to play any of them, but
it's $10 right now at that deal.
well, I'm just gonna get an Xbox One first and get whatever, you know, because Dark Souls 3 I'm probably gonna get. But those kind of series, they're meant for me. I just haven't played them because I really haven't had a new console or even have been into modern gaming for a couple of years now, you know, actively. So, you know, those games are definitely up my alley. You know, anything that's going to provide a challenge, like Resident Evil, I will always play at the hardest setting. You know, I'm not going to do frickin' mountain climbing. I'm not going to do hiking. I'm going to do mountain climbing. You know, so.
Mountain climbing? I don't get that. What?
The difficulty levels in Resident Evil Remake, it's mountain climbing and hiking.
Oh, that's how they reference it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like Duke Nukem.
It was actually it was funny. If you first boot up Resident Evil Remake, you look at the difficulty settings, it's like mountain climbing and hiking. You're like, it's kind of hard to tell which is what. It's very vague, the way they word it, but if you think about, okay, mountain climbing is definitely going to be harder than hiking, you know? So
it's like jogging or
so I like that.
It's like jogging or light sprint.
Or like
what the hell is the difference?
Kyle and I played Matt Hazard once. Yeah, he's laughing. On we did a Let's Play.
Oh my God.
Yeah, if you want to check out Let's Play videos that we've done with our friend John as well and Nolan.
Oh yeah, it comes up on the chat.
It comes up
What
on the chat. Chainsaw Academy Let's Plays. Check it out.
YouTube.com/The Chainsaw Academy.
Yeah, we have. I think we played Matt Hazard, and like I think the levels were like they made fun of that. It was a parody of like
the whole game was a
but
giant
it's not the
parody.
first game to do that. Like there's other games that have been like the
Duke
lowest
Nukem.
level was like, you know.
Duke Nukem was very similar to that.
Yeah, precisely. That's exactly what I'm trying to get at. So
It was just like chewing bubble gum was like the easiest one.
Yeah,
And it was
yeah.
just like you will not survive. And then was like I can't say because it was a literal curse in there or something like that for the hardest.
Yeah.
level. But yeah, it takes a real man to play Dark Souls on hard. I currently have it for PC. I'm not playing it on hard.
I will.
Because I want to have a good time.
I will. It's just gonna be it's like a huge learning curve for me
But
because
so
I've never
far,
played
it's
it.
I've heard it's a very replayable game, so I will go back to it.
Well, I'm good at video games, so look forward to my channel when I start streaming.
No, you'll be streaming off this channel.
This channel, my stream.
channel.
That's what I mean. I'm new at this. My
Mos
stream, this
Eisley,
channel.
I love your name. Person who just hopped in the chat. You just talked about Star Wars a
Hola.
bunch. Mos Eisley. Speaking of which, did we talk about the dogfighting on the show already, or was that before the show?
Yes.
I don't remember. It's all
We
one
just
giant
literally
blur.
talked about it. Wait,
Did we?
wait, dogfighting with Battlefront?
Yeah.
We just
Oh,
literally.
wait, I remember the show.
Are you
It's
high?
been a long day. Thank you. Mirror's Edge Catalyst had a trailer that came out. It's very good. It looks like they retweaked all the combat systems so that it's not just some awkward fist fight anymore. Still disappointed that you can't pick up guns though. We talked about it in the show. That really loses the illusion because again, my favorite part of the first one was picking up a gun, going, I don't need this, and using hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Like you slapping paper.
When I was on Twitter, I stared at your logo for 20 minutes. I like what you did there with the chainsaw. What was our logo? I forget what our logo was.
No. I think it was I put the Save and Continue logo or something up on Twitter.
Oh.
I'm not sure. Anyway.
Not the social media guy. Yeah, I take care of the Facebook page.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Once a month.
No, I do it every week.
Yeah.
I do.
Anyway,
Actually,
moving on.
speaking of which, unless there's a different topic you want to talk about.
go
right
for
now.
it. What's up?
Porter Robinson, I don't know if you guys are familiar with EDM and whatnot and different producers, but Porter Robinson is an EDM producer who
The chainsaw.
is big into video games, as a lot of EDM producers are, and he made an album called Worlds, I think this past year, right? 2014.
Yes.
And 2014, and it's kind of like a love letter to video games. and playing them, and the nostalgia it gives you and all that kind of stuff. So a fan just recently made something for this guy, Porter Robinson, his album Worlds. He made his album into an N64 cartridge, and he put it in a box with the album logo on it, so it looks like a real N64 game with a cartridge inside, except it's his album. And it doesn't play music or anything like that, but it's just like a novelty thing. So if you actually look on the Facebook page, I posted it, but Porter Robinson's, this gift to him was just awesome because it was like such a great tribute to something that is already a tribute to video games. So I thought that was really cool. I'm surprised you didn't see it, actually. I thought you would enjoy that.
No, I saw it on Facebook.
What?
The box that he got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Did you see the cartridge, though?
No, I didn't see the cartridge.
It's like, it's a 30-second video. You didn't see it?
It was on Facebook, and I scrolled past it, and the video starts, and I went, oh, that's cool.
He takes it out, and it's a cartridge of his album. It was cool. It was really cool to somebody who, likes video games a lot. So
no, I mean, again, for that guy, too,
I thought that was interesting.
Because he gets fan gifts all the time, I bet. That must have been like one of the best ones ever. But moving on to a couple other things. Hitman... Oh God, Hitman Agent 47 has a new trailer out, and it once again they missed the point. They missed the point of Hitman entirely, and it's just really upsetting because it's a great series.
What's the point of Hitman?
What's the point of Hitman? And they keep focusing on this like action-orientated like explosions, and it's not about that. It's about the stealth aspect about it. It's not the story about. They're just doing everything wrong. Have you seen the trailer?
No, I don't think I have. I've seen a trailer for the last one. But I mean, it looks pretty. See, I don't even like the cast of him. Like,
I like the cast of the first one better because they had Timothy Olyphant.
So this is a different guy.
This is a different guy.
I don't know.
And once again,
why are they
missed the
trying?
point. Again, because I love the Hitman series.
Yeah.
It would translate so well to a movie. They just keep screwing it up, and it's really making me nervous with all these other movies.
Honestly, I think anything would translate well to the movie if they just had the right director, or the right,
I guess
the right intention. Because there's no intention in this. If you're saying it's just like going to be another action movie with some kind of IP.
It's just so generic.
Being molested. Yeah.
Because we're hitting an era now where, because I was recently talking about this to one of my coworkers at an event I did. And we talked about how movies are moving past the superhero phase, because that will end as soon as Marvel's phase plan ends in like 2018. And I was saying, oh, I hope we go into more of like a space opera kind of setting. I want more like kind of space adventures, that kind of thing. I want people to get hooked on that in Hollywood. And his theory was that we're heading into the generation of video game anime adaptations of movies. That's what we will start to see in the next couple of years. It's like that's going to be the next big thing. We had zombies, we had superheroes. Now we're heading towards anime and video games.
Anime.
Which I love because they're doing a live action Akira. Obviously they're releasing. Steven Spielberg's
That's
part of it.
still happening?
Yep, still happening.
Jeez.
It's kind of concerning because the entire cast is Caucasian,
right,
which pissed off a lot of people.
Well, yeah.
Because
and Harry Partridge has that YouTube video. I highly recommend the Akira Harry Partridge video.
So like Harry Partridge.
It's great. He nails it. He nails what an American Akira would be like. But who knows?
But it's concerning me because because Assassin's Creed has already been confirmed that they're working on that, which Michael Fassbender is actually attached to, which I'm really excited for because I love Michael Fassbender. He could do it. They're making an Uncharted movie as well, which people are still campaigning to get Nathan Fillion to play the main character, which I would love because for a while everyone the word was Mark Wahlberg was going to be the guy, which. Okay, what about full dive in VR? Actually, good idea bringing up the VR system. I actually wanted to talk about that a few times. So, obviously, we're heading into that generation of VR technology, and I don't know if you saw anything about the Vive from Steam, their VR headset. Have you followed up any of this? It's really, really unique. The new thing now, which is crazy because they haven't even released a consumer version of any of these VR headsets yet. They're still in like beta. For instance, like the Oculus Rift, you can only get a developer model right now. You can pre-order your consumer versions, but they haven't even put it out yet. Is that motion tracking with the headset. So what the Vive has, according to a leaked document that is in the instruction manual for the Vive, is that it comes with several cameras that are actually placed strategically in your home. And the Vive headset on the outside has motion tracking technology built onto the exterior of it. So basically these cameras interact with the headset and are able to detect where you are in the room. These cameras scan your actual walls and replace them with digital walls in the video game. So the closer you walk up to a wall in your head, there's actually a wall there. So it kind of solves a problem that everyone was sort of concerned with you're gonna need someone to stand with you while you're playing all this stuff because you're gonna be walking into crap and tripping over things. But with this technology, it places physical objects in your virtual world based on where they are in reality so that you are actually able to see it. That's why there's theme parks in Utah coming out now specifically designed for VR. You walk in this giant warehouse, everything is gray, and it's walls, hills, mountains, and different things. And they built a 3D game where it all correlates accurately with these 3D surroundings. Everything is just reskinned.
Did you see the Time magazine cover?
You see the cover of Time magazine?
Please tell me you have that.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Please tell me you're going to put that up right now.
I don't think we have the picture for that, actually.
Oh my God,
I know we don't have the picture
it is
for
the
that.
funniest thing. I honestly thought it was like The Onion.
It's freeze frame. It's like in the air, like.
Watch, please, just don't even watch us right now. Go look at the picture of the Time magazine VR cover. It's just like I literally thought it was a parody of the magazine.
I thought it was some kind of Onion thing.
Yeah,
like it really
exactly.
Was. And you know what's even sadder? That is the creator of the Oculus Rift on the cover.
Really?
That's the actual creator of the Oculus. That guy thought it was a good idea to go on Time magazine and do a freeze frame jump, which is hysterical. We're gonna take one more break before we end the show. We're gonna come back and talk about a few more things. Thank you so much for everyone in the chat. Stay with us. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Stay with us. You're watching Save and Continue. Back in a sec.
What's up, guys? We're Scared No Fair, and we're here with Enravio. If they catch you at a show with one of these bracelets, you will win $100.
That's a lot of money.
So get a bracelet.
Do whatever it takes to get that. Hit them up online.
This is Joe Larson. You should check out the 505 on Racing Show live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch us on video on demand anytime, 24/7, only on the Enravio TV network.
Welcome back. We're here, we're live. It is 7:52. Talking about video games and technology, we're wrapping things up right now. I wanted to bring this up because we're in an era of, I think it's safe to say we're deep into the era of post-apocalyptic video games. Everyone seems to be doing it. It seems to be a very big trend in the movies and video games, from Rage and Fallout to all that fun stuff, to State of Decay and all the zombie games. But what I found about this story was unique is there's a story of a post-apocalyptic game that isn't violent. It's actually on the lighter side. It's a game called Submerged, and it's very similar to the sense of like the world of Waterworld, basically. So everything has been submerged in water. It's from the ex-BioShock developers, actually. So that's a good start from the get-go. Yeah. And basically, it's more like a love story than anything that involves a ton of sailing. The world is massive, and you sail through it. And it really caught my eye. It's got a great art style, really unique story. It sounds like it's very character-based, and I don't have a picture of it right now, but it looks absolutely gorgeous because the whole theme of it is sailing. You're sailing in this submerged world where it's very similar to Vienna, where it's like all the buildings are along these rivers, and half of, like, for instance, this picture right here of like a Ferris wheel half underwater, and it's a very explorative game. Where? Vienna.
Venice?
Venice?
Venice. Yeah, Venice.
It's been a long day. But I just thought it was really unique, and people should take a look at this when they get the chance. It's called Submerged. Again, I'm not specifically sure what it's going to be released for. I'm assuming in current-gen consoles and PC. But yeah, no, I believe it's for PC and next-gen consoles, or sorry, current-gen consoles. But it was just a really unique concept that kind of grasped me immediately, because it's funny. I actually enjoyed the movie Waterworld. I actually. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, you saw the movie Battleship. Was it a good movie? No, it wasn't a good movie. But was it entertaining? Yes, it was. It's like the new Jurassic World movie. Is it going to win an Oscar? Absolutely not. But was it a good popcorn film? Yeah, it wasn't bad. You get what I'm saying here?
Wasn't Waterworld like 3 hours long?
Yeah, it was like 3 hours long.
All right.
And it starred Kevin Costner.
I'm not watching Jurassic World for 3 hours long. I'm watching Jurassic World for maybe 2 hours.
Well, how long was Jurassic World?
Hopefully just 2 hours, because if it was
Just
any
2
longer
hours.
than that, I definitely would. You know, like I could have not watched another half of Jurassic World.
That fanny pack scene still, oh God.
Yeah.
I've said it like 9 times, but
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, you know, no.
No,
not Waterworld,
All right, so,
I'm sorry.
well, anyway, I at least like the world, the universe of Waterworld, so I'm very excited to see a game that at least
You
is
like
taking
the water within the world.
Yeah, and I like the concept of like a post-apocalyptic world where it's water. Like it's such a unique
Watch Gargantia.
Gargantia. Yeah.
Watch it. It's a great anime.
It's the one that's weird and
It's a great
cel-shaded.
anime. What?
That's cell-shaded?
No.
Okay, good. Oh, that's nice.
It's
Sidonia I'm thinking of.
beautifully drawn. Gargantia. It's a great looking anime.
Yeah. Thank you.
Excuse me.
I just don't like cell shading. And that's why everyone's like, you gotta watch Knights of Sidonia, you gotta watch Knights of Sidonia. And
No,
I'm like, I don't
it's not
like
cel-shaded.
the art style. Leave me alone. Anyway, to wrap things up, Gamescom 2015 is happening right now.
Yes,
Very
and I am
big
not following it
conference.
right now. I should
There's
be.
a couple of things that's going on right now.
I know Halo 343 showed a few things. They showed some
343 showed a few
campaign.
things, yeah. There's a lot of things I wasn't expecting to be announced or see more of that I'm pleasantly surprised. Mafia 3 was one of them.
Yeah.
We talked about it before the show.
Yeah.
I don't know, you said before you weren't really a big Mafia fan.
I've never played Mafia.
Yeah.
I've known of the series and that it has some integrity to it. It's like very GTA inspired.
Yeah, it's very much like that. It's
Yeah.
kind of.
But I heard it's good.
I got
Heard
the
good
same
things.
vibe from it, very similar to, obviously not the same caliber because it's a much bigger deal, but when they announced Mafia 3, I got the same feeling when they announced the new Shenmue, kind of. I was
Okay.
like, oh, here's a game that's
All right.
very, 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 very good that I haven't seen in years and was not expecting an update from.
So what are the devs saying about Mafia 3? What are they doing for the series?
I haven't heard a whole lot about it, to be honest with you right now.
Okay.
Apparently you play as Lincoln Clay, a Vietnam War veteran returning home to 60s, this is actually called New Orleans, which is a very unique setting like that, to crack some heads and in one brutal kill move, repeatedly stab a man in the face. It's the same Mafia ethos in recruiting gang members and growing a criminal empire, but with fewer pinstripe suits. Whoever wrote that needs some English lessons. But I like the setting. New Orleans is fascinating to me. I think it's a really cool time period. And I really enjoyed Mafia 2. I'm really pumped for it. I was very surprised to hear about that. The same kind of vibe from Shenmue. And then obviously they announced Dark Souls 3, which we all knew was coming because the first two, no one's shut the hell up
and they
about
showed
it.
a little gameplay, I believe.
They did. And
Yeah,
it looks
looking
just
good.
as difficult as ever.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've watched a crap ton of Dark Souls Let's Plays, I've seen a lot of Bloodborne, living vicariously through these people that have the game and not I. So what I'm under the impression that a lot of people want Dark Souls to go back to Dark Souls 1, because Dark Souls 2 just didn't, it really wasn't as much of a fan favorite. So I'm hoping, and I have a feeling that Dark Souls 3 is going to be a good one to jump into. Because who knows how many more they're going to make after that, I don't know.
I mean, because I'm a little confused by the series because apparently there's a game called Demon Souls, which Dark Souls 1 is a spiritual successor to
You
that?
want me to clarify this?
Can you?
Okay, I
Because
will.
it's been
All right,
confusing me.
so
As a Dark Souls player, I feel like I should have this clarified.
All right. Now I'm gonna get this wrong a little bit, but this is basically
Okay,
this is
thank
this is the
Grain of salt.
This is the gist.
Okay.
All right. And someone feel free to correct me, but
Sure.
I believe Demon Souls was the original IP by the company. They were coming out with Demon Souls, and it did very, very well. And they had so much success with Demon Souls that they, were going to make sequels, but something to do with the company, I believe. There was some kind of a schism between the parent company or something like that. So something about they didn't have. It's almost like the developers didn't have the rights to call it Demon Souls anymore because you didn't actually do that, did you?
No.
All right. And so Demon Souls became a separate series from Dark Souls because business. That's why. So then Dark Souls is the new is what the series is now pretty much because of because the business stuff. But again, I knew I was going to botch this. But Bloodborne,
Money.
yeah. But Bloodborne, is in a similar
Okay, that makes a little
So
more
that's
sense.
why, yeah. They didn't just call it Dark Souls for no reason, because they were probably going to just call it Demon Souls 2.
Yeah.
But they couldn't. So, you know.
There's a lot of that going around, kind of, because like some apparently an independent developer, as a fan service, created Punity, which was basically they took that PT demo trailer that was supposed to be.
I watched it.
He recreated that in Unity, which was just.
yeah.
I like seeing that kind of that trend is exciting me a little bit. That people completing things that they want that developers don't care for.
You know, I mentioned the ukulele before. Ukulele is pretty much a spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. So it's cool when you see, you know, a fresh coat of paint on these series. You know, it's just, sometimes it's a shame when the series just can't, you know, naturally continue what it was doing because of, you know, business garbage. But, you know, whatever. There's always loopholes.
Always loopholes. And as long as there's independent developers out there, they can pick up the slack. I appreciate that. I've just got into modding now, and it's just mind-blowing. Even the simplest things, like I'm playing Left 4 Dead 2 now, and all my characters and voices are replaced with like anime characters from Angel Beats, and it's so awesome. Like, it's so stupid and simple. I would, and I did, and it's amazing, and I'm super happy about it. We gotta wrap things up. Before we go, I want to mention one more thing. Ronda Rousey, I love her. I've been watching much more UFC lately, and recently she was said that she had a crush on Vegeta, the character. From the shirt, and she actually appeared on WWE, the WWF, wearing a over 9,000 Vegeta t-shirt.
I know, I saw that.
And then
That's
the
awesome.
original voice actor for Vegeta was interviewed about it, and it was asked, like, what do you think about Ronda Rousey? And he's like, I think she's a tough fighter, and I'm scared of her still. And he's like, I was like, what do you think about her having a crush on you? He's like, well, I'm a very attractive man. It's very common for things like that to happen, but I am terrified of her. And it was just really weird seeing the original voice actor comments on it. Really
It's
cool.
awesome. See, it's funny because I had my own little crush on an anime character when I was a kid.
Who's that?
Ryoko from Tenchi Muyo.
Like, you lost me already.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
You guys know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying. Anyway, yeah, Mass Effect 4 hype. We don't even know anything about it. How can you be hyped about it yet? Do we know anything about Mass Effect 4 yet?
It's not even called 4.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. You guys are awesome. I will be live streaming tomorrow, 11 a.m. on the PC with some cool stuff. Frankie will be live streaming very soon with his Xbox One. So
Give it a few weeks.
Give it a few weeks. It'll happen. We'll update you on
Definitely
the schedule.
before October.
Check the page and stuff. So we will have a PS4 streamer, a PC streamer, and an Xbox One streamer. Very cool. We'll be back next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys so much.